Okay.
My name is Jay, and I did my project on how hip-hop affects America. And basically, the introduction page talks about how people always want to assume that hip-hop is nothing but negative towards society. And here's a short video of how Oprah Winfrey, you don't have to play it.
Oh, it's good. Let's play a little bit of it.
It just talks about how Oprah Winfrey was real negative towards hip-hop, and she didn't want to give it a chance. And so they're talking about how they did a discussion about the positive things that hip-hop does as well as the negative things to give the rappers a chance to explain themselves.
I asked you a question about hip-hop versus America. Yeah. What point do you think BET was trying to make with bringing hip-hop versus America on TV to debate?
Well, I mean, it was important to have a serious discussion about hip-hop on our terms. I mean, you saw what Oprah did, you saw what other shows did, and it really wasn't fair to hip-hop the way Oprah phrased it. So we wanted to have the discussion that was more fair to the rappers and more on our level, discussing these very important issues.
Okay.
And then I did how hip-hop affects the lifestyle of a professional athlete. And I asked a few people if they thought that hip-hop affected how professional athletes live their lives. And if you look right here, one of the people I asked said that they said, I feel that it influences speech and the way athletes wear their clothes in many ways. And I felt like that was a real ignorant response to the question, because it's kind of prejudice to say that just because you're a rapper and you're talking to an athlete, you're going to influence the way they dress or the way they decide to buy things. And I asked another person, he said that I feel it's prejudice to say that it affects athletes' lifestyle because you don't see Tony Romo living the lifestyle of a rapper or Aaron Smith. He said, I feel the lifestyles of people, that people live their lives, I feel as though the lifestyles people live after they make their own money in this world are determined upon the way that they are raised and what they're interested in. And then I asked another person, and he said, oh, not really. I think it all depends on where they come from. So basically, a lot of people think it doesn't matter if you're rich. It just matters what your background is, how you're raised and brought up. Click right here. And then I did how hip-hop affects teenagers, because a lot of teenagers listen to hip-hop, obviously. It's directed towards them. And basically I talked about how it influences women more than men. And right here you can see an image of a video vixen, and it's really a negative image towards women. It shows women as just sex symbols and nothing more. And it's kind of degrading. So I just went on to talk about that and how hip-hop, the things you see in hip-hop show drug abuse, alcohol abuse, violence, sex, and it's a shame because we as Americans actually want to see this stuff, and that's why it's in hip-hop. So it's not necessarily the rapper's fault, it's us as Americans, and we need to try to do something to change that. Okay, right here. Oh. This one's about the lifestyles of rappers. And basically, rappers live a lifestyle with money, cars, clothes, women, violence. And hip-hop is a business. We have to understand that. So all these rappers that are talking about this don't necessarily live that life in reality, but while they're doing their work, they are entertainers, so it's their job to do what the people want to see. So again, as Americans, we need to try to change our views, and we need to try to be more positive towards women, try to eliminate the violence and the drug abuse, and go up here, concluding thoughts. And basically in my concluding thoughts, I just talked about how we need to try to do more to prevent violence in our neighborhoods for our youth, how we need to try to stop blaming hip-hop and its artists and admit that we're part of the problem as well, and that we need to both hip-hop artists and us, we need to try to address the problem, but don't just place the blame on hip-hop because it's the easiest thing to do. And right here. And those are all my sources.
Very good.
And that's it.
Can I ask a question before we finish? Can we go to your first page? I saw some links in there. What were those links?
This is just a link to. This is a link to the positive things that rappers do. I missed that one.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
you click on the link. This one here.
And it just goes to your page.
Right. This just talks about a lot of the positive things that rappers do. This is a video of Hip Hop versus America, and it's T.I. section where he talks about his life and the things that he does. And he also has a charity foundation called the King Foundation, and he does a lot of charity work. If you scroll down, there's an image at the bottom of him. This is him handing out gifts for Christmas, I believe. So rappers don't always just do negative things. They also try to do things to help the community, and people don't give them enough credit for that.
Okay, any questions? Okay, thank you. Very good. Outstanding work. Okay, next. Who's next?